It is what it ain't what it go. It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. What's happening? What's happening? Happy holidays. That's how we do that right there, because you never know what folks celebrate or what they into or how they feel about it all, and I understand. It's okay. We all got, I tell y'all all the time, hey, I don't do it for the culture, because ain't no one culture. I do it for the cultures, plural, with a Z or with an S, but I like to spell it with a Z because that's the way it sounds when I say it, for the cultures, okay? I do it for the cultures, and there's many. And we don't all do the same thing. We don't all act the same. We don't all dress the same. We might do some things. Something like, yeah, I'll wear that, but I ain't messing with that. What the hell is that? Oh, hell no. You know, so where we intersect, we intersect. Where we don't, we don't. Where we do similar, we do similar. Where we don't, we don't. Where we intersect, that's it. That's the cultures. That's the plural. We all in it. Everybody's got their lane. Stay in your lane, I stay in mine. We're going to get it all together like the Spaghetti Junction. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up some Atlanta history. It's one of the famous mergers of many expressways going different ways. Like I say, you in your lane, I'm in mine. We're going to all come together like Spaghetti Junction, okay? And still keep flowing past that junction. Where we cross, but that's it. But where we cross, that's a beautiful thing, because that's where you can relate, and that's where you ought to be hitting that subscribe button. That's where you ought to be hitting that subscribe button right now. Thank you so much. I saw you do that. You're a real one. You're part of my monetization nation. While you're at it, go on and hit the like now, because if you made it this far, you already know you're loving it. So let's keep it going, right? Let's keep it going then, huh? Are you my friend? Are we live then? Then step this way. Step this way. What did Kendrick tell you? What's up? What's up? So, it's holidays for real, full throttle. I'm out here on the mission again. Y'all see the lemon drop. I call this the lemon drop. Y'all see lemon drop, you know. I can make it a fashion statement because it is fashionable, but it's mainly a work statement, you understand? It represents that grind, baby. All my blue collar workers, all my service people, all my people out here who doing something where they getting something to somebody else's door to make their life easier, right? And what we need y'all to do is help us get our lives easier, because a lot of us, this ain't the only thing we do. This is what we gotta do. You understand? It's what we doing right now, so we can get where we got to be, where we supposed to be. You understand? So in the meantime, between time, we're gonna keep the hustle moving until, you know, keep all the legit hustles moving until look up one day and be like, I'll be damned, it all paid off. All them lives, all them comments, all them expensive this, expensive that, overpriced this, overpriced that. But now we got it. We got enough. We're gonna be all right. That's the goal, y'all. 11 in the building. One thumbs up. Let's put another one behind that. What's good? How y'all feeling? Worldwide, the whole world. Shout out to all my people in the Middle East. Yesterday, I was getting a lot of folk from the Middle East commenting. That was love. I appreciate it. I wish I would translate sometimes. No joke, no pun intended. But you know, when it's in Arabic, I don't know it. I think people see my look, and some people think I'm, you know, of that. I've actually had people come up to me from the Middle East and start speaking to me in straight Arabic or whatever dialect, and I'm like, I'm flattered in a way, because I'm like, yo, I look like so many people I know. I could go all kind of places in the world and blend right in. I'd just be kinfolk. I'd just be cousin Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Cousin Yusuf, you know, I know, you know. Wassalamu alaikum, walaikum salam, huh? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, all things will be what they supposed to be. Ashe. Now I'm blending it in with West Africa, just for my Nigerians. Yo, real talk though, I know a lot of different things, but I do only know the little bits I know. I'm not saying, I don't want to get it. My pronunciation is pretty good with everything. I've studied enough to know how to say it, but I don't know those languages. I want to make it very clear. I know a few words, and just that'll get you by. I tell people all the time, man, if you travel, just learn a few words. You'd be surprised the smile it put on people's faces and the doors it will open, because people know it took you time to, you know, get that right. And that's respectful. It's a sign. I tell y'all all the time, respect first, then power, then money. And my golden rule to myself that I haven't fully applied, but I know it's true, you know, try to know how to say hello, goodbye, and thank you in in so many languages, as many as you can get. Just hello, goodbye, thank you, yes and no. Add yes and no, definitely. Yes, no, hello, goodbye, thank you. That right there, man, you can hello, goodbye, thank you, yes and no yourself through a few days, if not a long time, in any place. You know, because if you ever met somebody from other places and you're American, how cute do we think it is when somebody's trying their best and all they know is that? And what you do, if you got any good heart about you and ethics about you, you help them out, right? Yeah, you be like, oh, don't worry about it, man. I got you. Hold on. Yeah. He's trying to do this or she trying to do that. You help them out because you know they don't know none of this, but they trying. They get it. They at least understand a little bit, and they want to. They don't want to be taken advantage of or disrespected. So if you got a good heart and you ain't about that, then you're gonna look out for people, right? So I've learned that's definitely just a few words will crack all the ice in most languages, make people respect and appreciate your energy and know where you're coming from. Because if they don't understand what you're saying, as soon as they hear something familiar, they're like, then they can read your energy. They read your tone, they read your aura. They like, oh man, he cool. Yeah, he's real cool. Yeah. Doors start opening. Speaking from experience, y'all. I can't tell you no better than that. I'm speaking from experience. When I was in República Dominicana, shout out to the Dominican Republic, okay? My poquito was killing it. I was getting by on poquito. Between looking Dominican and my bit of Spanish, what? I laughed through most stuff. If it was gotten weird for a moment, just crack for somebody smile, it was over. It was all the ice broken, everybody cool. I ain't had no trauma, nothing. Well, I take that back. I had a lot of moments down there. But that wasn't because of miscommunication. That was because an asshole is an asshole anywhere in the world, right? You know, bad energy, just bad energy wherever it's at. So you ran into a few people here and there that messed it up and stuff like that, but they didn't ruin it because I wasn't gonna let them ruin it. I just bounced right back to the good energy, like where the real ones at, where the people I really came down here to see, and that's who would even it out every time. I would meet those people, the right people I was supposed to meet, made up for all the loss, man, for every loss. The only loss that still ain't been made up for, and I don't blame that on the country, I blame that on America's credit card situation, is I went into debt on that damn trip because as much as I enjoyed the trip and learned so much from the trip, I had a planned budget and then things happened. I had a flight that got canceled. That was that's why to this day, Espiritu es muy malo. I don't put no Spirit Airlines. It's the malo. I was looking at something the other day. No, hell no. And Booking Dot, no. I'm gonna do a counter commercial for all they commercials. Booking Dot, hell no. Them two right there, stay away, y'all. I don't even care. You know how they say, don't talk about these companies, you never know who might sponsor you. Man, I would. First of all, they wouldn't, because they trifling, and trifling ain't gonna ever do right in no kind of way. Second, I wouldn't give a man. Oh my gosh! After what I went through with both of them companies, the mess I went through in person with Espiritu es muy malo. Between them and that doggone, the booking held my doggone money once I had the money coming back from the flight that was canceled. It took literally 6 months. Did you hear what I said? 6 months. Imagine, you took a trip in June and you didn't get paid back for a canceled flight till months, half a year later. Seasons done changed. You almost feel crazy, like, did I even take the trip? You know you did. You do YouTube, you got the videos and everything. But it feels like a nightmare that you just woke up from and it never ended from the money of it all, you know? Yeah, I went through that, y'all. I went through that. So that's why I don't mess with them. I don't mess with them. If I can help it, I ain't trying to mess with neither one of them for nothing. And I say can help it because here's what's so sad. Like, you know how a lot of them airlines, the more affordable ones, they all in cahoots. So like, I will fly Frontier, but who's their number one partner? God dang Spirit, man. They always, if you look up any itinerary, like you could pick a round trip from Frontier and still end up on Spirit on the way back because oh, well, we had to switch over to them because, we overbooked and all, because you know how they do. You know how they do. And especially with all the mess going on right now that I hear about, which, I'm not in any position to travel right away. I'll just say it like that. I was about to say anytime soon. I ain't gonna say that because who knows, man. I always say I believe in y'all believe in me. Who knows what's might be around the corner. I might mess around. Y'all gonna blow it up. Y'all gonna set it right. Y'all gonna start subscribing even more. Because let me shout out my man. 100 in the last 28 days. Do you hear what I just said? Man, I ain't got no problem getting people on the channel. I have a problem with keeping y'all watching the long content. That's my only gripe with all my people who've subscribed. I just need y'all to watch longer. Y'all need to watch more than shorts. I know what the problem is. Y'all watching nothing but the shorts. I'm feeding you them. I mean, so it's kind of a, it's like I'm feeding you a habit, but I don't want you to, my philosophy on shorts is when we set up, I don't know if y'all know this, but when YouTubers make content and post it, right? If you're going through the regular app and then you're checking your stats on YouTube Studio, you can see this one button that says suggested content. So for every short, you can link it to either another short, which sometimes I still do it to another short, especially if it's one that's about to hit 1,000, because of course views is views. So if anything, if y'all like something and it's like 700 and something views, I'm like, okay, I'll link it to that. If it's relatable, sometimes it ain't even related, but I weigh that depending on the thing. Like if it's a video game, okay, most guys, most ladies I know who like video games, they're gonna also like sneakers. So when I do my sneaker stuff, I link that together. Anything else clothing related, I'm gonna link that together. If it's generation gap type stuff where, okay, I'm soul music, R&B, hip hop that I grew up on, I don't expect these young kids to know or care. So I link that to something like I just posted an Altered Beat toy, right? There's a collectible type action figure that I know they made that for us. They made that for people my age. They didn't make that for nobody. I mean, a kid might still like it, but this is why I tell y'all all the time, my channel is not even for kids. If your kids would like what we do here, show it to them, share it, fine. You the adult, you show what can be shown in your house. But I never say this channel is for kids, even though I have some stuff that kids would like. It's for grown folk that, like some stuff that is young spirited and will always love that stuff. It's for people who are grown, but or even young and just trying to figure life out. Like teens and up especially, I would say is my primary audience, because I know the kind of stuff I have and the kind of conversations I have are for them, I don't know, somebody just made a comment, I don't know what that was. You ever see, if anybody does YouTube, you ever see comments come up and you like trying to figure out which thing they relate, what they're talking about? I may need to cut that off. I get the little notifications that pop up. I don't be knowing what y'all talking about until I look at it and be like, oh. And then still sometimes don't know what the hell they talking about. All right, y'all. Back in. We back in. I ain't said that one in a while. I bring that one back. It's some my on-set talk when I'm in the film thing, doing PA work. Back in, tell a friend, we're back in. That's what you say when you about to start shooting again, you about to start be filming on again. Camera's finna be rolling. Quiet all around. Hold the work. Rolling. Oh man, I miss that. I really do. Love that shit. Love it. That other level of work, that other level of respectful pay, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. We out here. Doing what we gotta do till we get to what we ought to be doing every day because of what we done already put in. It's called pay the dues, stack the chips, got the karma. Come on with it. Let's go. Somebody hear me. Somebody feel that, every word of that. If that's you, love this, like this, subscribe to this, hit that bell, stay in touch. We got so much in common. Okay? Please believe it. Yo. In other topics, I posted, like I said, a bunch of shorts. One that I want y'all to check out in particular was about, It was a bunch of cartoons. This is the second time I've come across this. I think I followed the channel. I can't remember, but I know I like the content. And it's always the same format. It's like it's probably AI, the voice, but whoever writes these has a lot of profound things to say. And they'll use this old English sounding voiceover guy, and he's telling you these lessons about life, about, you know, what's important and how to live and how to look at things. And they're always really good. I mean, I'm talking about, I'm listening for the first little moment of something that I wouldn't agree with, but every time I'm loving it from start to finish. I'm like, right on to the right on. This is good information right here. And I want you to watch it for yourself, but it more or less was saying by the time he ends it and says the ultimate lesson, it was just like, you know, people are always wanting what they don't have, but when they get it, a lot of times they've lost. It was the journey to get towards it that was the real fire, and then when they get it, they lose all the fire, and then they just, you know, that's kind of what the statement was, right? But at the end, it said something to the effect of, and I'm not, you know, loosely quoting, it's like the real goal is to know when to let go of things and when to keep things in your life, whatever it is, from people to relationships to, you know, items, things you buy, all the stuff, you know, because stuff, whatever is the apple of your eye, something you just gotta have right now, will be looked at as stuff later. In most cases, there will be that time in your life you're like, man, what is that? Oh, there's that thing. It'll be dusty. It'll be sitting in the corner somewhere. It'll be unused. And you'll be saying to yourself, wow. And Lord forbid it's broken, or you can't find the parts to replace and make it work again, or whatever the thing is. Some things can be sold for better things, and some things are momentary from day one, and some things are forever. And basically it's saying, you know, only you can determine what those are, but just know when to let go and when to hold on. That's once you get used to that and not lying to yourself about that, you'll see that everything makes sense. And that's easier said than done, but it is a way. It's a way to be. And I love that. I said, this is right on time. I like this. Because it's stuff I've said in different ways. And just to hear somebody else have a similar thought shares that, you know, collective consciousness of wisdom, that there's enough people thinking this, so it must be that they've lived it enough to know, yeah, man, that's a good way to be, you know. And I would say in my own experience, that one example I love to always use is when I went through my divorce and when I moved. I'll never forget the feeling of going through all this stuff to decide what extra weight I wanted to carry and what extra weight I wanted to put on my car to get it to the new location, and what really mattered. Like, you know, what am I gonna need versus what I thought I was gonna always need. Some of this stuff you don't even need it. You just make yourself believe you need it. Yeah. Yes. So it goes in levels, y'all. You know, it's kind of like when it comes to material things, there's always going to be another thing you want to buy or you think is so important. Like, you know, now it's Christmas time and everybody's feeling that pressure of gifts and everything, whether or not they want to spend money or not. Like, if it was truly not that energy in the air, I wouldn't be worrying about buying something to show people that I love them. They know I love them. I don't need to buy nothing to show. And they don't expect it, really. You know, they know, if they really love me and know me, they know my situation, so they don't expect nothing. But it's more of a personal thing sometimes. Like, my own integrity gets in it. Like, I'm tired of not having it to do something. So I'll typically do something, you know. My go-to for an affordable gift to say, this is how much I want to be all right, and I want everybody else to be all right, and thank you for helping me to stay all right and helping me through the year and all that kind of thing, is I love to get little lottery tickets, man, them little scratch-offs. And it's a good suggestion. I mean, if you just need a suggestion, because there ain't nothing like a scratch-off for, like, the possibility. People talk that stuff. Some people be like, I don't play them things. You don't never win. You don't never. That all I hear when I hear people saying that is that's just somebody who they probably got enough that they don't, their situation is like they don't worry about money at all. So that would be ridiculous to them. Okay, fine. But for the rest of us, that little colorful, shiny thing that represents hope to me is 10 times better than buying a gift card or, well, I'll take that back. Gift cards are about the same too. Gift cards are even better because you got some money on there. I love when they invented gift cards, boy. They came up with the ultimate gift for anybody looking for something. I mean, what you put on? I mean, you can get. Well, I think they got gift cards. I would hope they still got something that can be like $5. I mean, you can get an affordable gift card, $10, $20, $50, whatever amount you want on some of them. And that to me makes a hell of a lot more sense than trying to figure out what somebody gonna like. You buy them something and they sitting there fronting, trying to pretend that they like it, and they really saying, "What the hell did you buy me this bullshit for?" Ain't nothing like a gift card, man. Gift cards the bomb. I love getting gift cards. I'd be like, "Yay, thank you," because then I can get exactly what I need. Like get me an Amazon gift card. No, not trying to shout out these companies like that, but I'm just saying because I know stuff on there that I need or that I want, and I can get it. If I got that, so that's always gravy. And then in terms of self-discipline, for what they call it, they said retail therapy. You be wanting that little thing to make you feel a little better and make you feel motivated and feel fresh. So you get that one shoe or that shirt or some part of an outfit you've been trying to put together and it's all coming together. Hey, man, my main tip with that is buy stuff that, like when you buying shoes and you ain't got the money to be, you ain't Fat Joe, you ain't no millionaire that could get out here and buy $20,000 worth of expensive ass shoes and don't even think about it. If you're not that person, stop fronting and pretending that you are. Get some neutral colored stuff. Get something fly and cool. Try not to be expensive about it. Get your little price, especially to the young folk, man, because I know I got some young folk who follow and y'all like my sneaker content. I be posting stuff. 90% of all that stuff I post is probably obvious. I don't buy it. I can't afford it, even when it's my size. And it hurts sometimes when I pick up a pair of some Jordan or something that's fresh as hell. And I try it on, and I'm like, damn, it even feel good. This one, which is rare with them shoes, because they don't. Jordan, man, I like the way they'll be looking, some of them. I'm talking the newer ones especially, because I'm not into the retro as much. I know that's the big deal. Everybody, man, retro, the Airs, man, it's a total general. It's hilarious to me. It's like people my age. I'm not saying we don't still like it, because a lot of my friends that are my age will still wear them and everything. But yo, we went through that already. That's old to us. And like, unless you do something unique with the color or the texture on it, there's nothing there we haven't already seen. So I like new, innovative designs, and all the ones that I notice when I post those, a lot of times the kids be in the comments, or I've had people, I don't have a lot of comments anyway, but I remember one time I was talking about how I thought these newer Jordans that came out in like early 2000s, somewhere in the teens, and they were dissing them like, all them things is ugly. I was just like, first of all, it ain't that serious. People crack me up how they got to talk about things like they don't feel like they've made their point unless they're insulting. You just be like, yo, I ain't feeling it. That's when I know you're mature, you know what I'm saying, whatever your age is. Just, I ain't feeling it. That ain't me, But all that other stuff, like, unless I know you and we're both laughing at the same time while you go ragging about how bad the shoe is to you, that's corny, man. Like, you don't know nobody. Like, this is not your friend. I don't know you. You don't know me. It ain't that kind of relationship. It's an online appreciation for my content or disapproval, whatever. And then don't look at it. Get out of here. We don't need you. Not like that. I'll tell you all the time, quality over quantity. So, of course, I blocked the comment instantly because I don't play that shit. But I don't like that energy about it. It's like, it ain't that serious. And then on top of it, all it tells me is you're addicted to the trends. Your whole existence is, if it don't fit into a trend, you don't feel like you're living. And that's pathetic. And you want to talk about what's really lame, again, stuff I've been saying since before you were thought of, not even just born, thought of. Like, we said these words and all these phrases y'all done recoined way before you. So like, just have respect for the older folk and understand, like, if we say we like something y'all don't like, just shut up. Your granddaddy talking, man. He is the reason you can even like the shoe you like. We the ones who bought all that stuff or made it popular and talked about it enough and bought the music that celebrated it enough in hip hop. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yeah. How, you know, people get all blown out of proportion about a shoe or outfit or whatever. Addicted, they don't even understand, man. That's a mental condition, man, for you to literally talk about something you didn't make, you didn't create, you didn't design. You just buy it, and you're acting like you get so personal about it. It's like, whoo, talk about not having a life. Talk about not really existing. Like, you know, you're not creative enough to create anything, so you literally worship the things that other people create to the point where you get combative about if anybody appreciates it on the level you appreciate it. That's the most retarded bull. Like I say, if you ever see me seem like I'm acting that way, it's more than likely gonna be a joke. Because the only time I ever do that is with friends of mine who know me well enough that if I'm doing that, it's like an extra funny, we're gonna crack up after I go through my monologue. I'm gonna get in the actor zone and I'm gonna just act a nut about it. And then we're gonna just laugh and dap up and just be like laughing for the rest of the day about how stupid that is, about how some people are like that. Because that's not the energy. So, you know, when I take the time to make those videos like that, and I noticed, I mean, it's a reality. I know it's gonna get hits every time because people are into the trends. But what I'm really hopefully wishing people start to see, especially my young folk, y'all, because I know my numbers. I got most of my numbers. My main audience is between 25 to like 55. That's my primary audience. Core. It's mostly dudes, like 70-something% and 20-something% ladies. I wish the ladies were stronger up in here. I really want to see y'all even that out one day. That would be glorious. Okay. Hell, I wouldn't mind having a mostly ladies audience. I really wouldn't. I really would love that. Because ladies they hold you down. Fellas be jealous of you and shit, and that's why you can't get no likes on your content because they too busy sitting there wishing they were you and ain't never gonna look like you, act like you, talk like you, nothing. And it's just pathetic. You know, I ain't got time for them little boy antics. I need grown folk up in here, grown ass men and women, and people who may not be fully grown yet, but they want to be, so they around that energy. They appreciate that energy, they respect that energy, and they're gonna reciprocate that energy. You know, so I had posted something like I always do with, you know, I'll go up into Ross and all these other stores like that and show the discount joints. And I purposefully love when I can see a pair of really expensive shoes on the shelf, you know, Jordans and stuff. Like I saw something just the other day, somebody just trying to be ratchet for the sake of being ratchet. It's like, man, just make your post and be like, I'm happy they actually have this shoe that I like, right? It was like one of the newer retakes on the old Jordans that we had in high school and college age for me, you know? And the guy was like, I thought y'all ends was joking when y'all said them Jordans be up in Ross. I was like, why'd you have to say the end joint? Like, what was the necessity of that? And see, what's real sick about online is you got trolls and bots and stuff. It be straight up racist white folks saying that mess, and y'all just think it's all a joke and playing with it. Other black folk think every time y'all see it, y'all think other black folk are talking. Like, oh yeah, this is like, you know, we do. No, it's not how. That's why I say I ain't for the culture. If that's your culture, that ain't my damn culture. I ain't with that nonsense. I ain't with that nonsense, man. And it's not as simple as, oh, so you ain't never said it or nothing, man. I'm from Atlanta, damn Georgia. I done said I could cuss you out 10,000 different ways and it would sound like another language. That's not the point. Being more ratchet ain't helping nothing in the world. I'm saying grow the hell up. I'm saying realize what time it is and how detrimental all this is to our existence, to pretend that the whole world's not watching and that you're not just, you're just like a seasoning on the shelf. You're not even a whole human being to some of these people who say they admire you. They don't admire you. They don't give a damn about you. They just want your words. They want your attitude, your energy, and they want to box it up and resell it and make money off of things that you never see a dime off of, while you're around here getting in real arguments and real conflicts with your own damn people over a culture of consumerism. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let's see, is this it? I think this is it. Hold on. Yep. Yeah, y'all. It's But what I really be wanting folk to see is that some of the shoes you go and see in the more expensive stores, at the mall, in those environments, because really that's what you're paying for. When you see the price tag on that Jordan or that whatever it is, damn ASIC, New Balance, all them brands, whatever they are, whatever's hot, whatever's trending, whatever's the thing everybody say you gotta have to be alive in this month. This month, right? And to be young again, which I'll never be. I am aging quite well, and I'm older proudly. That's a whole nother topic. Like I see people getting mad about being called Unc. I earned my damn Unc. I am an uncle, and that's what the phrase is based on. So I'm like, I'm all good with the term Unc. Just don't wear it out. Don't be stupid about it. Don't try and say it like that makes somebody broken down and done or something. Like, say it who, baby? Don't do that. But no, I'm proud to be my age. Just so many folk don't make it, and I'm making it steadily, and will be. I'm trying to be grandpa age at some point. I'm proud to have made it this far. So, but anyway, let me not get too far off on that before I make my other point. So I don't like how there's this whole thing where people are so living for the gratitude of somebody else that they don't even know online, being like, oh, you did that, or I don't even like those are whack, and then they're arguing. It's so goofy to me. It's so freaking goofy to me. Because look, if you aren't, the prices, like I said, you know what you're really paying for? You're paying for the ambiance when you see it under them certain lights in the store, when you see it on a certain rack and everything. And there's art to that. We deal with the art. So I like the experience of going in. I'm about to name a store off, but I'll name it because I named all these other ones. I may as well say another name now at this point. But Hibbett is probably my favorite for the new hip trending shoes. And they got multiple locations, like all the sides of towns that I usually frequent. And that's probably 6 different locations. Okay, they have one of those Hibbets. And they have some nice shoes. And I always go there to see what, I laugh, I always say, I go in places like Hibbett to see what I'm going to consider buying at Ross 6 months from now, if not a year from now. It usually, I used to say a year from now. It don't even be that no more. There's shoes I put in recent videos that are still on the shelf at Hibbett for 130, 140, 150. It's always 100 and whatever, 100 and whatever. Some of them 200. And I'm laughing because I'm looking at the same shoe in Ross, and somebody might say, yeah, but it ain't in the box, and it ain't this, and it ain't that, and it ain't. I'm still laughing because I'm like, I'll never forget this video that Ludacris, the legend, ATL. Ludacris had this video where he showed a shoe he had bought that was like one of the golden holy grail joints of Jordans, like one of them retro Jordans that's like, oh my gosh, you got the so-and-so 5s or whatever, right? He showed it on camera. He holding the shoe, and the shoe was falling apart. It was falling apart. It was literally cracking and falling apart just from being held. The sole was coming loose from the rest of the shoe. And he said, the lesson here, people, wear your damn shoes. keeping it for what? Unless if you about to resell it and that's what you do only, you only resell, fine. But he was really sending the message. He's like, look, if you're a collector that just likes to be able to say you've got those, who cares if you got those and nobody, you yourself never look down and say, yeah, I got those. You know, that's, like all this untouched, never touched. I get it for some things. Like there's some things like, I'm a toy collector, but I don't even buy like I used to at all. I really don't. But when I was hardcore, when I was really, really in it, and I still have an eye for it, I still have an appreciation for it, and I still share it as part of our content, right? But when I was in it, oh my gosh, man, some of the stuff, I got in that stage where I would be like, okay, I'm gonna buy one to keep it in the box and one to open. And I didn't even have money to be doing it like that. And I found that out real quick too. That didn't last too long. They only went for about 2 or 3 things. And then I got to the point, I said, man, this ain't even me. Because like, depending on what it is, like, okay, something on a card, an action figure that like you literally don't have to see the back of it to appreciate it. And it's just, that's the only part you can't see when it's sitting against that card. If the art on the card is really dope, most of the time it is. Like the old school G.I. Joes that I grew up with that always had amazing art. And I even kept some of them cards, or I think I did. I think I still have some of them. Because I always loved the art. As a visual artist myself, I always loved that, right? That would be the only reason I don't open it, because I'm not going to really play with it. I'm just going to pose it, set it somewhere like a statue. I don't have, I'm not going to be playing with it. I'm not a kid. I'm a kid at heart, you know what I'm saying? So the kid in me, that's the kid at heart, as close as I get to that is, I will occasionally buy like a Hot Wheel, and I only got into those a little bit because my nephew, he the car head, he loves some cars and stuff. So I got 1 or 2, and then that turned into 10 or 20 or whatever, and I left it about that. I don't think I have many more than I probably got about 20 something right now, And then a few of them I left inside the packaging because I know these are great collectibles, but it's with the intention that maybe one day, hey man, if they do what I think they ought to do, I want to be able to say, yeah, that one thing everybody's looking for, oh yeah, I got one of those, and then I find out the thing is 500, and well, let's say I'm already a good 100,000 there, 6-figure guy, like I intend to be at some point in life, or maybe I get lucky enough, blessed enough before I'm out of here to make millions, make my millions. Let's say I'm that dude. It still would feel real good to go in my stash and be like, I'll be damned, I do have that, one Boba Fett Hot Wheel that everybody wants now, right? And it's worth $500. Okay, well, how much is the new PlayStation 7? You know what I'm saying? However many years, they come out with a new PlayStation like every 4 to 6. Well, I think they said this new one, it's been 6 years. I forget how many years they say it's been a gap. But I already know I'm gonna get the 6. I always tell them, they start talking about, I'm like, damn, I got to think about another damn system. I'm gonna get it just so I can play Cyberpunk when the new game come out. And the way these damn PCs keep getting more crunk, I might mess around and get that Steam thing, that Steam box. Might have to get one of them, because I'm tired of not having the options of all this cool looking stuff I be seeing these PC players doing. I'm like, that look fun, I want to do that. It's like, I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of it. And everybody, oh, it's on PC. And then they talking down at you like, oh, you on console? Like, you having a conversation with some other gamers, and you be like, I can't do that on mine. You be like, what you on? And then I'll be like, PlayStation. You be like, oh, never mind. So yeah, the PC, I'll be like, oh, don't do that. Don't talk over me like I ain't nobody just because I'm on console. Don't do that. Like, I'm speaking from experience with 2 friends of mine that was having this very PC conversation one time, to the point it sounded like another language. I didn't know what the hell. But then I'm gonna say this about PC and be done with that part. Unless it's like this Steam box thing, which I've seen reviews and I like what it sounds like, because they're trying to make it like, yo, consolers, we know that some of y'all prefer not having to go buy all these damn accessories and always be modding everything. Like, some of us just play the game, man. I don't want to feel like I'm a damn car mechanic on my gaming system. And that's the truth of it. That's what you are if you're a PC gamer like that. Because they're always buying something else to add to it. I'm like, the fuck? Why can't you just buy a game and play a damn game? Like, Like that becomes the other half of the reality of just being a gamer. Yeah, they hardcore gamers too, but they gotta always be buying some other thing, and yeah, it makes them the people can't stand online because they got that thing that's so expensive that unless you can afford it, I guess you can't change your game and improve it. Because I found out like on a lot of the shooter games, most of the PC guys and gals, they get this. I don't know what the name of it is because again, I'm not into it from that perspective. To me, it's kind of cheesy to me. It's like, oh, so you want to brag and say you're better? You're not a better gamer. You just have more money to put into this stuff. That's all it is. You bought that thing that makes your aim perfect. Like you never miss. Like all you gotta do is just turn that direction. You never miss. It's built into the way the game is set up. It's got this extra mod on it. Okay, fine, but that doesn't literally make you a better player than other people who actually are sitting there doing it from hand-eye, thumb to brain coordination. Thumb-brain coordination is still the basis of all the history of that in gaming, period. So it's kind of cheesy to me, but I see that it ain't gonna change. It's actually gonna get worse as time goes on, because if you could do anything to add money into the equation, people just be like, and then it's funny how the billionaire millionaire creates a market for that mentality, and then everyday people knowing, yeah, you may have had it this month, but that don't mean next month could you still afford that thing you bought and put on your thing? Some of y'all can't. Are you still stable enough that you don't have real life issues that affect your livelihood to the point where you may not even be able to afford another anything? Like most everyday folk that will do all that modding and stuff, like they don't have that. They don't have that. And I'm talking about that side of modding. I ain't talking about the technical person who actually makes mods. That's a whole nother thing. I'm just saying that level of modification where they buy that little extra add-on to their system that gives them the ability to run a faster whatever. I don't even know what the hell it is that makes that happen, but they be the ones that, man, they don't miss, they don't have the issues that you may have on the same game. And you're like, but I used to crack up though, because once I started getting into the headspace of realizing that's what it was, oh boy, like on my favorite, which I haven't played in months now, so I would have to see how dusty I am now. But boy, when I be in my zone on the Masquerade Blood Hunt, I'd always know when I was playing against some PC types, because they would be sniping you just so quick, and it was just flawless. Like every other second you getting hit, you got to get respawned, and they just running on. It'd be the same person, but then I would be like, okay, all right, we're gonna live up to the name of the game now. I'm finna hunt you. So I would come back and I'd be on a mission, and I wouldn't care if I got taken down 3-4 times. Eventually I'll get them, and it'd be so funny because as soon as you get them, you can tell they're like the little spoiled brat kid. I don't care how old they are, they're all the same. You get them one time, they think they're invincible because they have that little thing. You get them one. Yep. Got me an order. Will have me busy for a minute here. Into the night. I don't like being in the dark with it, but more and more, that's just always the way it is this time of year. If you start off early, you're gonna be in the dark. If you go to the evening, you're gonna be in the dark. As soon as it turns 6 and it's 5:30 right now, y'all see what it's looking like out there? It's already fading. It get dark, man. Dark. It's crazy. You never get my mind used to that. I always know I'm gonna have to live somewhere as I get older. At some point, as much as I love to travel and I talk about the expat life, I'm gonna have to pick somewhere where it gets more sunlight most of the time. Definitely tropical, but longer days, man. More sun and longer days. And, being real hot can drive you crazy too, but not like cold. Not like cold and short days. Like, I don't mind getting dressed for the cold. I don't mind cool like it is today. I like the season change. I don't need it damn cold, which is not yet. It's not shown enough winter yet. That can be annoying when it's back-to-back gotta layer. I just like to layer enough just to be fresh. Like I like a little sweatshirt. I like it. Like for me, the maximum of dressing for the cold is like pretty much how it is right now. Like, what's it out here? Let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute. Okay, it's like 52 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I would go as low as 45. 45 is about my comfortable limit on, you know, when you gotta put on some clothes, but you can layer up and be fresh. Like it gives you a chance to dress with a bunch of cool stuff, but you ain't gonna be hot. You're gonna need every bit of it, and you don't have to have on, say, all of it, but you can throw on as much of it as you want and be comfortable, you know. And that's mostly how Atlanta weather is, except for when they get to into next month, come December and January. That's our two coldest months. It get crazy. We get down to teens sometimes. So yeah, I know it's coming too, because it's already had some snaps that let you know it's gonna be. We're gonna probably get snow again this year, just like we did last year. I think that's gonna be kind of regular in the earth now. That these weird snows. It snowed in Miami last year and New Orleans and stuff. Get ready. I think it's gonna happen again. I think it's gonna be the new routine. I think that's how the earth is trying to balance itself with global warming, because the warming is still. It's like people who don't understand the concept think, well, how does it still get cold if it says warm? Oh gosh, it's just a phrase to try and explain to you what is happening. The earth is overheating. And in a way to get itself cooler in the places where it does get cold, it gets colder than normal, but it also gets hotter more than normal for longer. You get more months where it's like, what the hell? It feels like summer out here. And that'd be the other thing about Atlanta. Like, it could snow, and then the next week it'll feel like spring. Insane. You know? But nothing goes as long as it's supposed to or used to. And yes, the earth is always changing, but these are unnatural changes. These aren't, you know, this changes that should take millions of years, and it's happening in decades. That's a beautiful dog, big mastiff, big pretty mastiff over there. Shout out to the doggies, big dogs, all the animals. Y'all know I do some pet content every now and then here too. I'll show y'all little cute animal videos and stuff. Got one for y'all probably coming up today, because I might start calling it the Pets on the Route, Courier Pets or something. I don't know. But then that'll change as soon as I go through the promotion of a name and mess around and make a logo and everything for it, and within a month or so I won't even be doing this. Hopefully be doing something else. So I don't want to get people used to it and they expecting it, and then it's like I don't even do it no more. So I'll just keep doing what I've been doing with that. Just show y'all the stuff. If you like it, you like it. And most people do, they get it. People just love pets, man. They just love pet videos. So they don't care what they doing. They just like to watch animals being animals. That's all you gotta do with that. Just I know I do. I like that when I see animals being animals, just doing what they do. I mean, we're all animals, we're mammals, but I'm saying our pets and critters and things. And it's interesting, their mannerisms. Like this cat I saw today, I think it was a girl. She was so quiet and just kind of skittish, like don't want to be like, okay, now just drop the package and get away from me. Don't be trying to come over and talk to me. And I don't never try to touch nothing. I'm not the only time I'll touch somebody's pet that I don't know is if they come right up to me and brush up against my hand like, please touch me. It's cool, I'm nice, I'm not gonna bite, I'm not gonna act crazy. All right, cool. But I don't go out my way to be, trying to pet no strange pets. So, but this one was really skittish, trying to act like they think I'm trying to get them. I'm like, ain't nobody thinking about you. I'm just getting a little video. Hopefully you'll make me viral. Every time I see a cute animal, I'm like, that's gold. Let me get that. These are the benefits, the perks of the job. I see a lot of little pets on job routes. So I catch them. Put some music with it. Hey, never know. Might be the one. Might be the one. Let's sky is so beautiful. Let me see if I can show y'all that. Y'all see that sky? Look at that. Lovely. Now you can't. Then it gets to the boring part. I was trying to show how it heats up. Like it's always every time it's cloudy like this, when the sun is setting in the Atlanta area, you get all these like pinks and peach color and purples and blues all mixing together, and a little bit, and the sun is nearby. Oh man, gold bursting in there, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous. But I really love when it looks like the clouds have been stretched out, look like a paintbrush just said shh and smeared them across the sky, like. But then some of them are still clumpy and fluffy looking, and the other ones are stretched out, like you pull some cotton candy, but it's in the sky. Like, that's crazy. I love it. I love it. See, y'all heard that description, that descriptive language? I said I compared it to cotton candy. See, this is why I get the prompts I get. You can use that, you know, hey, I'm just giving out tips. This is how you get the prompts I get when I create my stuff in AI. This is why there's still an art to it. You gotta be a writer. You gotta have an imagination to even say something like that. And then it comes, the app will try to read that, depending on how sensitive it is and how you tell it. You know, I don't want you to literally put cotton candy in the damn sky. You know, if you tell it literally what you want, a lot of times it knows what you mean, or it's trying to match your words to things it's observed and could say, well, that could mean this, that. And then that's how you get all these exaggerated, beautiful results. Because I was watching a video just the other night, YouTube video, where it was talking about how to do creative prompts. And I said, I need to do me a video like this. Because they didn't say nothing in there that I didn't already know. But when you pair it with the visuals they had, it made it interesting. So I watched the whole thing. And it wasn't that long either. It was smart. It was one of them, ain't got to be too long, but I'm going to make the point. And that'd be the kind of stuff people will maybe watch if they're already looking for it. If they're like, yeah, I'm scratching my head, I'm trying to get this prompt, and it ain't acting right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know about that. But I think I'm going to start with this video I said I was going to do anyway, about me making a Cyberpunk ATL. And the trials and tribs I've went through already with doing that, because I think it'll be more relevant when I show people that and say, okay, here's the situation, and this is what I got when I said this, versus I probably should have added this, or in some cases it don't matter what you coulda, shoulda, woulda, it just ain't gonna act right, and it's gonna be funny when I show y'all what I'm talking about. Like that video, when I finally get time to edit it, that is going to be hilarious, because some of the results I've gotten, like, I remember one time it gave me, I asked for this lady character I had already developed, so it knows what she looks like from head to toe. I said, I want to see her, I had this situation where it was like some waves. I said, I want to make it like she's dived. I want to see her feet up out the water, okay? But I told him the direction of how the feet should look and all this stuff, right? And I wanted her to have pretty feet, pretty toes, got her toes painted, she looks real cute, whatever. It did it, but why were her toes on the bottom of her feet? Like, I'm saying the side where your nails are was on the sole side, the bottom side. That was the most bizarre, stupid looking, silly, hilarious AI result. I said, I remember, and I just straight talked to it. And sometimes that works better with, you know, I've been dealing with Gemini. That's the one I've been messing with. If you just, you'd be like, now, are you looking at what I'm looking at, Gemini? Because this looks stupid as hell. I just say it just like that. I said, do you realize what you did? Look at, and then I describe what it did. And then said, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. And what's really a pain in the behind with it is when it's like, I say, I'll be like, sometimes I'll be out cussing. I'll be like, oh, you being a smartass, because it can just give you the same result. The same exact, you know, I was like, why are you being a smartass? Why do you do this? You're extremely disappointed. And I got to really talk down to it. Like, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. And sometimes it's rare. Sometimes it will, I don't want to be a disappointment, and it'll get it right. But that, I'm gonna be real with you, that's like, I was about to say 5%. That's like a 2% chance. I've had it happen. It's rare. It's better to just start all over. When it starts messing up like that, start all over. It ain't worth the stress. It ain't gonna get it right. There's something in it has glitched, and it thinks it's doing exactly what you want. And it's gonna insist upon it. It's not gonna straight up say, well, I insisted I did it right, and this is what I got for you. No, it's just gonna keep saying the same. It's gonna keep sending back the same image. And every time you say what's wrong with it, and a damn thing gonna change when it regenerates. And it's gonna make you wait like it's doing something new. You're gonna wait the same 2-3 minutes, or usually about 2 minutes, at least a minute, which is insane when you think about the power of something that can create all these amazing things in that little bit of time. Can interpret your words and generate something that quick. Crazy. Oh man, I'm in for a wait here. There's a bunch of cars out here. Not what I wanted to deal with. Hold on. I don't even know why I'm so damn tired. And I don't like when I feel more sleepy than normal. I think maybe I think I'm paying for staying up late. I had myself was getting up early thing for a minute, but then I'm also not used to doing that. So I think my body's like, why the hell we up this early? This ain't what we usually do. And it worked for a minute. It worked for a minute, but then I think my body just be like, you be trying to catch up like, now you still need them hours that you're missing, and it come back. It's trying to come back to you. And then this time of year with the cold weather and the comfort food, all this holiday food. I don't know about you, but like I had some leftovers, delicious, of course. Thanksgiving traditional food, There's a lot of butter. It's a lot of carbs. And you got your protein, your turkey and all that. But I think, because I don't usually eat I don't eat anything all year long that has gravy on it. This is the only time of year I eat gravy. I don't be eating no gravy. So I think that gravy and all that other stuff, man, I think I'm still sleepy from last night's leftovers. And I'm about to finish it off tonight. That's all I said. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat my last bit of them leftovers tonight and be done with. Well, maybe not the complete last, because I'm still gonna have turkey left. I got a whole bunch of turkey. But as far as a plate, the dressing, the gravy, I mess around and don't even have no cranberry, and I love cranberry sauce. Since I was a kid, I always loved that. But I'm trying to find a cranberry that ain't got no damn, I know they make it, but it's hard to find sometimes, is the one that it just got straight sugar and no fructose. I don't do no fructose corn syrup if I can help it. Can't stand that stuff. So if I get me some more of that, I might start using that again. But it's the only time I even eat it is this time of year. That's the only time of year I eat cranberry. I don't eat cranberry sauce any other time of the year, except for in this winter time, holidays. Maybe, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and maybe Easter. That's about it. Those are the only ones I do that. And if somebody had something left over and was making something like that for New Year's, but usually in our family, New Year's is you do the whole traditional black-eyed peas, white rice, greens. I'm gonna do kale. And if you like me, you want to get some fish. So I'm gonna try and get some fish. Hopefully if I go catch something, but then, the weather might not be right for that. Because usually, like I say, that's the coldest months. So ain't nothing biting, or it's less of a bite, should I say, in December and January. It's hard to get a bite then. It can happen, but you work for it. You work for it. And my best suggestion is leave all the lures and just come with the natural bait. Have you some worms and call it a day. If they don't bite the worm, they ain't lockjaw. Because you'll go to your favorite spots where it always happens and be like, what's wrong with these fish? They ain't thinking about no lures this time of year for the most part. They're not chasing nothing. Their water done got colder, they slow down, they just chilling. If you put something right in front of them that they want to eat, like I said, a worm, it just speak to a fish soul. They might eat it. They just might eat it. But that's it. That's your options. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this nap before this order come, y'all. Watch some more of the content. I appreciate you. One that just popped up. Y'all keep watching, man. Keep watching the shorts. Definitely thank you so much for supporting that. Make sure y'all keep subscribing. We see you, and I appreciate you. 2,030 plus people worldwide. That's ONYXCON in 2026. We going all the way. We going, yo, I'm claiming it right now. And by the end of 2026, we going to have 10,000 subscribers. How about that? How about that? At least. Maybe we'll hit 20. Maybe if we mess around and hit to get one video that goes over 1 million, we'll get our 50,000, 100,000 plus subscribers, you know, and we'll definitely monetize. So that's goals. Let's get to it. Let's make it happen before January 1st. That's always what I'm saying every year. And this year I know it can happen. So I'm reminding y'all every time I go live, you are making a difference, and I thank you so much. Appreciate you.